I know it's windy, but...
The video on Kev's outdoor adventures opens with Kev and his dog, Chow, hiking toward a wild camp on Hunter's Hill in Cumbria.
Today, we're at Mardale in Penrith. I've got Chow with us. There's a car up there. So just parked there. We're going to head up Hunter's Hill. We've been here before, last year. I didn't get a video of it. So this time, I'm going to do a video and let you see the area where we are. Up this side, Chow. Here, up here. Chow. Wants to wander off. There it is, guys. Old Corpse Road. Come on up here. So we're going to head up here. I'll bring us back, but we'll get so far up to north a bit. Unbelievable view, isn't it? The water's right down, as you can see. That little island wasn't shown last time I was here. So, I'm heading up this way. I'll let Chow off his leader before long, just to make sure there's no sheep in that about. So I'll bring us back when we get further up.
Locals whisper about the Old Corpse Road, the path where the dead were once hauled over the fells for burial. Kev calls it one of Britain's most haunted hills. Campers report phantom hoofbeats and unseen footsteps.
Many moons ago, there was a flood, I think from Manchester, in the reservoir. And Mardale was a village, and the water swooped down, wiped out the village, and killed a lot of residents, which is horrible. And this hill that many chows came up today is called Old Corpse Road. So what they used to do was to get the bodies on ponies, and they would carry them on horseback up this hill to the next town, which is a few miles away. I think it was Shap or something like that. I think that's what it was called anyway. And they would carry them up here one at a time on the back of a horse and take them to the dead bodies to the other city to get buried. And then there's rumours being told that over the years people have been coming here camping and they've heard people walking about, they've heard horses running around the field where they are, up the hill. They've looked outside and there's been nobody about. So, like I say, last time I was here, me and Chow, he was flat out. I'm lying in my bivvy watching a film on my phone, and it just sounded like somebody was walking around outside my tent in the long grass, scuffling in the long grass, walking around. I went out, had a look, nobody there.
Tonight, deep on a forest path, the mood shifts from playful to uneasy. He remembers a prior night here, zipped into his bivvy while something moved through the long grass around his tent. Soft scuffling, circling, stopping. He peeked out, found nobody, and tried to sleep with his heartbeat counting the seconds. That memory follows him up the slope like a shadow.
Sounds like something's outside, like walking about. I know it's windy, but I didn't know if you can pick it, you can hear it or not. Right guys, I'm going to turn this light off. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I know it's windy, but I just saw it, those footsteps outside as well. Can't hear it now, like, but when you feel like people walk around in long grass, makes it a rustling sound. That's what it was like.
Wind bullies the ridgeline after dark. Tarps tug, guy lines hum, the hill exhales. Then a different sound slips in. Not canvas slapping, not poles rattling. This comes in measured beats, heel to toe, deliberate. Footsteps. The camera catches the change on his face. Kev goes still, breath held. He clicks off his headlamp to listen without the hiss of light. Chow is silent beside him, ears pricked. The grass rustles the way it does when a person wades through it, swish after swish, pausing, then starting again, like someone choosing their next step. He whispers that it can't be the wind. The pattern's too clean, too human. The microphone records the hush between passes, the kind of silence that seems to lean closer. He debates calling out, but the words fuse to the roof of his mouth. The hill feels crowded by something he can't see. Dawn does what dawn always does. It pretends nothing happened. Kev breaks camp with hands that don't quite stop shaking. He tries to rationalize. Wind eddies, loose branches, a fox threading the brush. But the timing and weight feel wrong, identical to what he heard here before. History seems to loop on Hunter's Hill, as if the road for the dead still carries traffic you can't photograph.
Alright guys, we're all getting packed up. It's a bit nippy, windy. I think we're going now. So I think he's sick. Well, not sick, but like, it's a bit nippy. And if so, I'm gonna get the tent down. All the stuff's put in the bag. I get this tent down. And we'll be getting out of Dodge City. I'll bring it.
No way!
The footage comes from a channel called Paranormal Essex, a crew that combs through Britain's forgotten places, chasing shadows and hoping the camera catches something no one can explain. They've documented plenty of eerie incidents before, but this time, the thing that unnerved them most showed up when they weren't even hunting for it. They'd set out to probe an allegedly haunted site, the sort of cold, echoing structure that fits their usual pattern.
So we're going to quickly scare Ryan. It's going to be so funny. Watch. Stay with us. I've got to try and get out down here somewhere. He's going to come out that gap right there. Hey! Where'd he go? What? Ryan? Ryan? No way! Where was you? No way. I'll just come over the hedge of that. Come down, tried to scare you. Could hear footsteps, bruv, I swear to God, yeah? And I thought it was you walking towards me, yeah? You watching me, why the am I so zoomed in? Yeah? What? I heard footsteps of you walking towards me. I thought it was you. I jumped out, went, bah! And you weren't there.
The atmosphere was tense but quiet. Nothing had stirred yet. To cut the tension, one team member decided to play a joke on the others. He slipped through brush and low branches, whispering to the lens, promising a scare that would break the silence and get everyone laughing. His plan was simple: move to the far entrance of a concrete tunnel and jump out at the perfect moment. You can hear the grin in his whisper as he crouches near the opening, settling into place. Then, he freezes. Footsteps, slow, deliberate, and far too close. The thuds roll through the tunnel like a heartbeat. He's sure it's Ryan, walking straight toward him, right on cue. He lunges out with a shout. No one is there. The tunnel yawns before him, empty, cold, and hollow. No scrambling feet, no muffled giggle, no figure darting away. He peers into the gloom, calling out, confused. Ryan doesn't answer. Because Ryan isn't nearby at all. He's still filming on the opposite side, exactly where he said he'd be.
Yeah.
So I've got to the steps he's recording. Yeah. I don't know how to play it back, but I have to watch it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's coming. You can hear footsteps, boom, boom, coming close to the door.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. I went, run, he wasn't there. But I swear to you, watch it.
You heard footsteps?
I heard footsteps, watch it back.
Yeah.
Later, when they pull the clips together, the audio turns the moment from weird to chilling. Those heavy, measured footfalls are unmistakable, clean, centered, and getting closer before the jump scare that never lands. If this were a prank, it would require a perfect third accomplice, placed precisely in the tunnel, who somehow slipped away without passing either camera. No rustle, no shadow, no trace. The tunnel's layout and the footage don't support that. There's nowhere to vanish that fast, not without being seen. So what did they hear? The prank collapses into something else, something that walked where no one stood. The sound of a presence that approached, then disappeared, as if it were pacing just behind the veil of the visible. They've explored boarded-up terraces and mold-slick cellars. They've crawled through attics that breathe like lungs and stairwells that moan under their own weight. But it was this open-air tunnel, this throwaway joke, that gave them their most convincing piece of evidence yet. It wasn't the scare they planned. It was the scare that found them. What do you think stepped into that tunnel? And did it ever truly leave?
Jesus. There's something there, guys.
Just a few days ago, Bigfooter Gary released a new video, and this one feels different from anything he's posted before.
Really dry right now. There's a fire ban on. We've had 30-degree temperatures for the last 2 weeks. Mid 30 degrees, so that's almost 100 Fahrenheit. High 90s. We're supposed to be going camping tomorrow. Wild Yam is meeting us at one of the provincial parks here, Mikisew. But there's a fire ban on, so I don't know how that's going to work. We're still going to go. We're going to adventure and have a great weekend. Jen and I always get up to something, but nice big old hemlock here. I saw a couple of fawns, this year's fawns with spots, playing just here at the end of the cottage road yesterday.
It begins innocently enough. A warm, sun-baked afternoon in the thick forest that borders his property. The air is heavy, still, and dry. A fire ban is in effect. Temperatures are climbing past 100 degrees. But that doesn't stop Gary. With his camera in one hand and his loyal dog, Gage, trotting ahead, he sets off into the woods, hoping to spot a few fawns he'd seen the day before.
You hear that? Look at him sniffing. Guys, I heard a thump. It sounded like something jumping down from like a higher elevation and hitting the ground. Just one solid thump. There's something out here. I heard it run by. And it didn't sound like a deer. The last thump I heard came from back here. This is where it starts to go up, and it's all rocky and craggy, and it climbs quite a bit up there. And it sounded like something jumping off of elevation back down into this low area somewhere. It was a hollow thud.
At first, it's just another hike, but within minutes, the mood shifts. The forest feels wrong, too quiet. Even the cicadas seem to have gone silent. Gary pauses, glancing around. Feels like something's watching me, he mutters under his breath. His voice, though steady, carries a tremor. Gage freezes beside him, nose raised, sniffing the air like he's caught a scent that doesn't belong. Then, it happens. A sudden crash echoes through the trees, followed by a deep, resonant thud, the kind of sound that makes your stomach drop. It's heavy, like something large just landed nearby. Gary whirls the camera toward a rocky ledge towering at least 20 feet high. The only place where such a sound could have come from. But there's nothing there. No movement, no animal. Just empty stillness, and that uneasy feeling crawling up his spine.
Ugh. There is a terrible smell. And a full shiver down the back of my neck. Maybe that's what he was smelling earlier. Oh. Oh, kind of like something dead. What am I smelling?
He presses on, against his better judgment, as the daylight begins to wane. The forest grows darker, its shadows stretching long and unnatural. Then he sees it, or thinks he does. A flicker of motion in the underbrush. The branches twitch, the leaves shudder, but Gage is yards away, barking in the opposite direction. Whatever moved wasn't his dog. And then comes the smell. That unmistakable, stomach-churning stench of decay, something rotten and long dead. The odor hits like a wall, thick and suffocating. Gary covers his mouth, his voice shaking as he whispers, "That's not right. Something's here." The tension builds with every step. Snaps, knocks, faint rustling sounds seem to follow him, circling just beyond sight. Gage growls, low and uneasy. Gary keeps narrating, though his words start to falter. He's not putting on a show. He's scared. You can hear it.
Jesus. There's something there, guys. What the There was something right there. I saw the bushes move. There was something right there. I saw those bushes move. But Gage is over there right now, so it can't be there. That is freaky, guys, because I said I feel like I'm being watched. We stopped. He's sniffing, and then all of a sudden I heard the bushes move over there. And then I saw the bushes move. Something took off again. That is proof positive that the sixth sense can work, because I stopped there. I knew something was watching me.
He debates turning back, but something pulls him forward, deeper into the swampy terrain where even the air feels wrong. The noises return, closer this time. Then a heavy breath, almost human, somewhere off camera. Gary stops cold. "Hello?" he calls out into the darkness. No answer, only the distant echo of something knocking against a tree. Once, twice, then silence. With daylight gone, Gary finally decides to retreat, his camera trembling in his hand as he backs away. The forest swallows the sound of his footsteps. When he reaches home, there's relief, but not peace. Reviewing the footage later, the audio is clear. The knocks, the heavy steps, the breath. Whatever was out there wasn't just watching him, it was waiting.
I don't even know what to say, Reese. I just really don't know what to say.
It's okay.
The channel Romany Pirates usually invites viewers into a road-bound life of freedom, open highways, candid moments, and unfiltered truth. But in this episode, the road turns mean. They thread through the heart of Seville, where the streets snarl and spit. Motorbikes slice past their mirrors. Horns jab like knives. An ambulance surges the wrong way, siren wailing as if warning them to turn back.
So we've arrived in Seville after a really awful, stressful journey through the city. Absolute chaos. Bikes pulling in front of you, cars beeping everywhere. Then an ambulance came down wrong side of the road towards me, so I was swerving out of where that. I just had a coffee to calm down a little bit. And now we're in Seville looking for this market again. First impressions of Seville, obviously we don't like cities, but coming through, glancing at some of the buildings were gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful. But it's like with all cities, it's really spread out. Like, it looks like gorgeous, but you'd have to walk miles. It's really, really spread out, really busy. So you're probably just we'll give you a flash of all the buildings that we saw driving through, and that's about as much as you're gonna see.
Oh, just don't like cities. It's just far, far too busy as this. We're literally going to find this market and then get out of here. Sorry, Sevilla, or whatever you call, but it's not for us.
When they finally park, they breathe, eager to wander a local market and let the city charm them. At first, Seville dazzles. Sunlight drips over carved balconies and creamy facades. Every block looks hand-painted. They follow the hype toward a must-see market, expecting craft and soul. What they find is 4 thin stalls, hung with factory leather and hollow promises. The fantasy thins, the spell breaks, then the day fractures.
Just got back to van and windows being smashed, and I don't even know what to say, Reece. I just really don't know what to say.
It's okay. We'll sort it.
I just don't know why people do stuff like this. I absolutely hate cities and busy. You don't get this when you go to a small place, and I hate this. It's meant to be a posh place, and it's Seville. Oh, go there, don't miss it. And look, it's not a nice place, is it? Clearly, we're parked on a really posh street. We paid for parking. We haven't even parked on any back streets. I don't even know if they're taking anything. We're going to have to call police.
I don't believe it. I don't want to touch anything, obviously, because look, it's all sharp here and everything. But I don't know why they've broken in.
Let me have a look. Let me use my cardigan. Not the little fingerprint, oh, will they?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're literally just saying now what a day, what a couple of days this has been. First with the fruit and then, you know, everything, and literally just saying that, turned corner and I said, oh my God, it's been smashed. Can't believe
Rifled through you. There's all glass in my bloody electrics.
Right.
They return to their van on a quiet, expensive-looking street, a place that should have meant safety. The glass is broken. The side window yawns open like a wound. Shards glitter on the pavement and inside the cabin, bright as frost and twice as cruel. The feeling lands hard. Someone was here, inside, rifling through drawers, tugging at zippers, touching toothbrushes and shirts with stranger hands. Nothing obvious is gone, yet everything is disturbed. Shock arrives first. Anger swells next. Then disbelief, heavy and empty. They did everything right. Paid the meter, obeyed the signs, chose a decent neighborhood, and still the lockstep of good choices led them to this.
Hello, thank you. I've just got back to my van parked. We're in Seville. We've just got back to the van and somebody smashed all the side window of the van. We've just come back and it's just the whole window's smashed through. Somebody smashed it. There's glass everywhere. We don't know where to go to get it fixed. We've got no idea if we're probably going to need a crime number for the insurance. We are next to a park. I'll just get the name of the park up for you.
Alameda. There is a police station there in Sevilla capital.
Casa Ella Adam, the police station near you.
Plaza, P-L-A-Z-A.
Plaza, right.
There is a police station there, you can report it there.
Right, okay. I'm not sure how to secure my van.
Dígale que muchas gracias por su llamada. Buenas tardes. Thank you very much for your call, madam. I'm afraid we need to hang up because this is the emergency line.
All right, thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Buenas tardes. You're welcome, madam. Goodbye. Buenas tardes.
What did they say?
Report it online or walk to a police station. They don't know if we're allowed to drive it with the window smashed, and I need to get off the line because it's an emergency line.
They call the police, clutching the phone like a flotation device. The answer is cold. Hang up and report it in person. No guidance, no comfort, only bureaucracy. Is the van even legal to drive now? The question hangs in the heat like a fly that won't die. They hunt for help. The glass shop, closed early. Insurance, broad on breakdowns, generous across Europe, but blind to theft and glass. Nets they thought would hold them slip apart like wet rope. So they sweep and pick, hands trembling, while the street grows long shadows. The van, their home, sits open to the city's breath, exposed, unsafe, listening. Seville's beauty feels like a mask you only notice when it smiles without eyes. Do they stay and face the night? Move on with a broken window and a worse feeling? or wait for the city to take something that can't be replaced? What would you have done? Maybe you'd tape the gap with plastic and pray it holds. Maybe you'd sleep in shifts, one ear pressed to dark. Maybe you'd drive, legal or not, letting wind whistle through the wound until sunrise feels like mercy.